I believe this may be the first time I've ever talked about Taylor Swift, because she's being slammed for doing, they call it pink washing. Pink washing is when corporations pretend to support the LGBT community, and everyone thinks it's complete absurdity that no one really believes she cares about any of this. But I will say this. There is, in fact, a rumor that Taylor Swift herself is gay. Just a rumor. Don't ask me. But I think it's interesting because if it's true and she really does want to like get involved and like start talking about this and they're attacking her for it, man, that's really sad, isn't it? Like, you know, but I don't want to act like she is. She's notorious for dating dudes and then like breaking up with them and writing songs about it. But this is an interesting story because we often see this. There's no real way to win, right? Is it pink washing or are you actually supporting them? Well, no matter what you do, you'll be accused of doing something wrong because, as Obama calls it a circular firing squad over on the left. That's what it is. From the Daily Mail, she's jumping on the queer bandwagon and trying to capitalize off of it. Music fans blast Taylor Swift for her new Pride-themed anthem and accuse the corporate star of exploiting gay culture for cash. Yeah, corporations do this, and I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. Before we get started, though, timcast.com/donate if you want to support my work. This is a semi-controversial story, I guess, but it's probably going to be fine. But if you want to support it, timcast.com/donate. Like, share, subscribe, etc. Because and comment. The engagement really helps. But yeah. Let's back to the story. Taylor Swift has been hit with backlash following the release of her pro-LGBTQ single, as detractors accuse the corporate pop star of jumping on the queer bandwagon to make a profit. The track, titled "You Need to Calm Down," was released last week to mark Pride Month, and its lyrics positively reference gay activist organization GLAAD. The song additionally hits out at anti-LGBTQ sentiment with the lines, "Control your urges to scream about all the people you hate, because shade never made anybody less gay." I actually think it's a really nice line, you know what I mean? Like, if you want to hate somebody, here's the thing about hate speech, right? You're allowed to do it. I don't like it, but I know you're allowed to do it. One of the things I hate about it is that if you really have a grievance with somebody over something, articulate it and talk about the actual idea you're upset with. If you just arbitrarily hate somebody because of their characteristics, well, then we're not going to agree. Plain and simple. You're allowed to do it, right? You're allowed to hate. So I can like that line, but let's read on. While fans have been quick to praise Swift for being an ally to the gay community, others are blasting the 29-year-old for what they believe is a cynical exploitation of queer culture. Swift has been the subject of ire on social media, with hundreds of Twitter users hitting out the new single. Taylor Swift has never been all loud for the LGBTQIA+ community before, and now suddenly she's doing this. Another celebrity jumping on the queer bandwagon and trying to capitalize off it when blasted. We have another one that says, she jumped on the bandwagon of commercializing Pride only when it was safe to do so. Where was she 5 years ago? 10? No. Taylor Swift stan owns an album by an LGBT artist or even knows that what GLAAD is. But now Tay-Tay threw the first brick at Stonewall. Dear Lord. Dude, Twitter is a nightmare. Good on Taylor Swift. Like, think about it this way. Is she not allowed to come out in support of the LGBTQ community at any point now because she didn't do it soon enough? Maybe she didn't know about it. Maybe now she's just learning their issues she wants to talk about, and they're attacking her for it. Why would anyone want to come out for anyone in support of any group if no matter what you do, you get accused of all the wrong things? Might as well not do it. But then they attack you for not doing it. See how this is just insane, isn't it? Someone said, LMAO, I see Taylor Swift is trying to get that corporate Pride campaign money. Another added, I read that. Other users accused Swift of trying to make a corporate cash grab like the many brands who use Pride-themed promotions in order to sell their products. Yep, Taylor Swift's new single is the corporate rainbow logo of the music world. I cannot, another stated. You know what's really funny about I cannot? Like the I can't even or I cannot is literally the well, I never of like our generation. It means nothing. Excuse me. Last week, Swift surprised fans by performing her hit Shake It Off at the Stonewall Inn, the New York gay bar widely regarded as the birthplace of the current gay rights movement. Her performance came just weeks before the 50th anniversary of the Stonewall riots, in which queer patrons clashed with police officers, setting off widespread protests. They say, this one person tweeted, Taylor Swift's performance at Stonewall felt so exploitative, it made me sick. Marsha is turning in her grave and raising her middle finger at y'all.
There are so many other artists who are fighting for the community. Don't let these corporate-made exploits represent you. Wake up, fam. You won. Like, when you have Taylor Swift, Pepsi, Oreo, and McDonald's cheering you on and changing their logos, you won. There are still bigots, okay? There are still people who are homophobic and transphobic and all those things. And again, I stress, you're allowed to be. I disagree with it. I don't, you know what I mean? But listen, progress. Like gay marriage, Supreme Court, like all of these really great things are happening. Why are you ragging on Taylor Swift? Clap. You did it. Here's the thing about these like activist groups, and not necessarily LGBT, but like I worked for nonprofits. And whenever there's a mission, the mission can never end because people's lives are the mission. Okay, so I've talked about the far left, regressive left, whatever, as an autoimmune disorder. The way to describe it is, there was a time when bigotry was a serious problem. You know, like all these different forms of bigotry. And again, I understand the word bigotry. I know what it means. I'm just using it in this kind of context where it represents like hate speech and all that stuff. So these activists said, we're going to stop your discrimination. And that was a good thing. And what happens when you do, for the most part, stop the overt discrimination with like the 1964 Civil Rights Act and like the, Pay Equality Act and things like this? Well, you won, but the activists who defined their lives fighting for this can't stop because they have nothing else. So they start attacking healthy cells. Taylor Swift, performing for you and cheering you on is the ultimate symbol of victory. One of the most famous mainstream pop stars is now cheering for you. But the fight can't end, the mission can't be over. This must be some kind of symbol of hate, exploitation. That's what it is. Oppressors oppressing us. No, you won. Mainstream society at its highest levels are now supporting you. Congratulations. Be happy about it. It's mind-blowing to me because when I think back to like my family and the things they went through with miscegenation laws, today, when I think about, commercials with mixed race families, I'm like, we won. We really did. We won. We have our rights. We don't have to flee anymore. I never experienced this. My ancestors fought hard to make sure I had something they never did, and they did it. And I will never resent that. I will be happy about that. And certainly, there are still people who are angry every time they see that mixed race couple on TV. Well, you know what? I certainly recognize that's like it is pandery when a lot of corporations do every single commercial does some kind of mixed race family. But I laugh about it. You know what I mean? I'm like, hey man, you know what? I can understand I can criticize the pandering nature of what they're doing, but you know what? It represents that my family won. We are safe. We have our rights, marriage, family, 2 generations of mixed race families. We did it. Why are they getting mad at Taylor Swift? You did it. You won. Like when YouTube changed their logo to the rainbow flag, there it is. They get mad at Steven Crowder. What, Steven Crowder? It's so insane. It's like that's what it's all about. Could you imagine trying to shut somebody down for calling you gay when you call yourself gay? Like Steven Crowder has a compilation of a bunch of things which were they were disrespectful comments in passing, and I'm like, whatever. It's a dude saying mean things. Welcome to real life. That's the worst you have now. And they say, oh, but it makes it inspires people to do worse things. No. We won. Okay, like your social justice movement, you did it. Taylor Swift is here cheering you on, and now you're mad about it? I don't know what you're on about. You know what? Several social media users were less than impressed that Swift, who identifies as straight, would take to the stage at the venue. What's wrong with that? However, Swift was joined by openly gay actor Jesse Tyler Ferguson at Stonewall, and he praised the pop star for bringing attention to the issue of gay rights. Bravo! He said, I'm so happy I don't have to keep this secret any longer. Look who came to celebrate the 50th anniversary of Stonewall. It's Taylor Swift, you are a gem. Thank you for everything you do. And that's the right response. Glad said, you could be glad with a limited edition sticker invoking Taylor Swift's lyrics from You Need to Calm Down. They sell out quickly, so reserve yours right now. That's great. Glad and Jesse Tyler Ferguson are saying the right thing. You did it. You won. Why would you be mad? That's really weird in my opinion. They say, meanwhile, since the single's debut last Thursday, Glad told NBC News that they had received an influx of donations. Good news, huh? This is what, you know what? There are some people who are never happy. And the problem is on the right, people ignore those who are never happy on the right. On the left, however, people aren't happy. They get articles, they get listened to, TV shows get shut down, people lose their jobs. But listen, if they can't even support their own victory, why would anyone listen to them? Congratulations. You got one of the biggest pop stars to perform for you and support your cause.
you've done it. Is the war over? No, but most of it is. And there's still pockets, I understand all that. But there's some people who will never be happy. This should show us one thing. When those bad faith actors start complaining about some TV show or some movie or some offensive joke, they're not being honest. They're lying. They don't care. They just want to be angry. And this is your proof. I'll leave it there. Thanks for hanging out. I will see you all tomorrow at 10 a.m. on this channel. And for those on the podcast, 6:30-ish every day. Adios.